Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? I'm your host, cjfresh. Yeah, week two, week two, week two. Welcome to the Ravens Lounge podcast. As you can see, it is one of two. My illustrious host, Harvey Wall, is always booked and busy. So he's got previous engagements to take care of. So I'm going to hold it down. Hold it down for the channel, hold it down for the subscribers, hold it down for Flock Nation. We chilling in the lounge, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating this win, man. Celebrating this win, so we gotta celebrate. We're gonna get sponsored soon, but gotta celebrate the right way. I don't. It's not even my drink of choice. Typically, I drink Hennessy Privilege, but we ran out, so that's what we're drinking on today. Welcome to the lounge. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into all of this game predictions, injuries, performances, grades, all that good stuff. So, just checking in with y'all, seeing how y'all feeling. You know what I mean? If anybody pops up, we weren't able to put out the live link because I was trying to figure out when we're going to get everything together. We just decided just do one host, you know what I'm saying, just to get the video out, get the content out. So, yeah, man, let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. How I feel about week two? Um, Good and bad. Good and bad. I was excited to see the offense operate in a different, I guess, rhythm. You know, man, you can tell from week one. I think Lamar has said it. It was like their preseason game. None of these guys played with each other. Everybody was nobody was gelling. You know, what I'm saying it was just new for everybody. And Lamar said it. He was rusty. He had all these kinks and stuff. So it definitely showed. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it was really Houston Texans defense was that good because they was getting rushed a lot. They was getting pushed back, and it was just like, man. So playing the Bengals, we had a whole different lineup with Makari and Mistifer. Let me get his name right. I'm bad with names, y'all. Mistifer. Yeah, so like that line looked great, and I was just like, this is crazy. Is it better than your Stanley and your Lindenbaugh? You know what I'm saying? But I just think it was week one. They haven't gelled. They haven't played together yet, and I do want to credit the Texans defense because they was pushing the line. They was getting sacks. They was forced fumbles. He lost one, but we recovered it. Ended up being down, but. Yeah, I just think the Texans defense was really like that because we didn't get that much pressure from the Bengals, and we kept seeing Lamar sitting in that pocket, comfortable, doing first progression, second progression, third progression, fourth progression, and then picking his target. And I was just like, huh, all that time he got in the pocket make him look like an elite passer because he got time. He not running around scrambling. So I was just like, bro, this is really good stuff. So that is a big leap from week one to week two, and difference that I seen in Lamar and I seen in the line. So my question is to the chat and anybody's watching live, do you think we should stick with this line we have now, even if those guys are healthy with Stanley and Lindenbaum? Do you think we should stick with the line we got now, or do you think it was just like, everybody was healthy and everybody understood, the rhythm of the game plan and, understood the plays? Like, I was just trying to figure out, like, what was the major shift between that and these guys, you know what I'm saying? So who should we keep in? And was it really the defense? Was it really Texans was really like that? Or was it that the Bengals wasn't really that? And even with the backups and rookies, what I'm saying, they was holding their own. So that's a big question for me going forward, what they should do with that. But let's get into it. Like I said, like I explained, Lamar looked a lot more settled, a lot more poised and in the pocket. What I'm saying, he was able to throw to all his receivers. Couple big plays, couple deep balls. One thing I love about Zay and Odell Beckham, when they don't have the ball in their possession, they block. Like that is very um, it's like a lost thing talked about with wide receivers. They they're called the divas, what I'm saying, because they always got the ball. They do the big plays and then the touchdown dances, what I'm saying. So spotlight guys. But the dirty work is blocking up the field and getting, the other guys in position to, get more yards at the catch. Blocking for running backs, blocking for just blocking in general is very, very not talked about. You know what I'm saying? And Zay and OBJ be doing it. If you look at a couple of these plays, they be blocking, and I'd be like, I really, really like that. So yeah, that's kudos to them for that. Um, Getting into the run game, of course, everybody knows we lost J.K. Dobbins for the year with another knee ACL injury, and devastating, super devastating. It's just like, I don't know what Ravens in this injury bug. I just don't understand it. It's always something. Um, but we'll get to those injury updates in a little bit. Yeah, so the run game it's still solid though. Without JK, it's still solid. I really trust Gus Edwards um, because he is a power back. But if he had to take the load and to do 40, 80 touches a game, I wouldn't be mad at it because I don't feel like he runs out of gas. I don't feel like I just don't feel like he, you know what I mean, like he can't handle all of that. Like I feel like he can handle the load. If it was just him and one other guy, he can have 95% of the snaps and be good. I really honestly think that. But we do have a nice 1-2 punch with Justice Hill, and Gus Edwards. And I'm not sure if Mitchell is in the lineup because I know Gordon got moved up from the practice squad. But I really want to see a lot more of Mitchell. I really like him. I just want to see his potential, what he can do. Get him in some slick plays, some trick plays, and just a speed play. Like, why the lineman block and he just take off up the middle and just do his thing. But overall, it is a nice mix of power run, and finesse and speed. So I really, really like our running backs and what they're doing. Haven't seen any of Melvin Gordon outside of preseason and stuff like that. But everybody's thing is fumble, fumble, fumble. So we just hope takes care of the ball and just adds to the offense versus what I'm saying, creating turnovers and stuff like that. So we don't want that. We don't put that on that man, but that's just his bad rep, and we just hope we get something different from him. So Todd Monken. Like I said, total difference between last week and this week, and that's basically because Lamar had more time in the pocket. And I spoke about this last week. I don't see anything spectacular going on, and somebody had mentioned this on the radio. Is Todd like gatekeeping his plays like for like later on in the season? Because a lot of people say like week 5 is where people actually know their staff, know their personnel, gelling, really rocking and rolling. So that's when he like brings out the playbook. And I'm like, it's the league, baby. This the NFL. You've been here already. He's at the Browns. You gonna do it? Throw the kitchen sink at us. You know what I'm saying? Like just show us some stuff. Show us what you got. Show us something different that the Ravens ain't never seen, that Baltimore never seen, and I haven't seen it yet. So I talked about this last week. I'm gonna talk about this week. It's nothing special. We definitely changed the personnel to the 3 wide receiver, running back, drop back, step back, pocket presence, throwing type of offense, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like we haven't done that in the last, I don't know, 5-10 years. Because of our offensive coordinators. But even with that, I mean, you can change the personnel, but it's just not. And I hate to say it, it's not. When I think of a good offensive playbook, I resort back to Madden, and I resort to Green Bay, Seattle, New England, and the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like crazy plays, and hopefully Monken has something up his sleeve, but I haven't seen it. It's just very, very, very basic plays. The routes are very basic. Anybody can run them, and Lamar just picks the open receiver. You know what I mean? Like, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Being that it's not anything crazy. It's not what's his name? Beckamy, the guy that went to Washington Commanders that we wanted. That was at the Chiefs for a while. It's not his type of style, like these trick plays and these play actions and stuff like that. it's not that, you know what I mean? And I think that's what I expected to see. And because I don't see that, you know what I mean, I don't think it's anything crazy like a big change. And I wanted to see big splash plays. I wanted to see receivers doing crazy routes, everybody all over the place. Like that's what I really wanted to see. And I haven't seen anything like that yet. And hopefully it's coming, but maybe I just have to get out of my mind and the mindset that like, look, this probably not what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be let Lamar get comfortable with this new system. Let him find his targets, the easy ones, the big plays, the play actions, and just let it come, naturally versus, forcing it, and then that turns into turnovers. So, um, again, I'm just waiting to see, what he has to unpack. It's a long season, 17 games. So, yeah. So let's get into the grades of the offense. I would give Lamar by himself, you know what I'm saying, from last week to this week, I give him an A. Give him an A. He had a interception, I want to say. Nope, that was last week. So, yeah, he had no interceptions. Um, Burrow did. And two TDs, 24 for 33, 237 yards. It's a good stats. It's a great stats. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his play was very more calm, was very more poised in the pocket, picking his targets. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't panicking on the game, like watching the game. I was like, he looks good. He looks healthy, made strong, good decisions, good reads. Um, like I said, I give him an A because it just looked like he was comfortable. He wasn't rushed. He wasn't rusty. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it was just give him an A, man. Moving on to the wide receivers, I give them a B plus. Being as though the guys that we think are going to be the guys, say OBJ, we're always counting on them. And shout out to Mark Andrews being back. Is definitely a big need because it opened up the field and opened up other wide receivers. So like there's more threats on the field, so everybody has to be covered. You know what I'm saying? So that was great to see him back in the lineup. He also had a TD. Shout out to him. But the sleeper that everybody like wasn't really raving about this offseason that we picked up because I think when he was at Philly, my supervisor is a Philly fan. I forgot what he said was not bad about him, but like what he didn't do, didn't contribute. If he didn't catch or he didn't produce, something like that. But here, I mean, the man is a team player. Everybody likes him, getting along with everybody. He's big body. He can catch. Caught that touchdown, baby, and it was great. So shout out to Nelson Aguilar. You know what I mean? He had a TD. So yeah, overall wide receivers, man. I give him a B plus because they're getting it done. Like I said, they're not doing nothing crazy. No trick work, no trickery. They're catching balls, not a lot of interceptions, not a lot of drop passes, and they're spreading it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen Bateman get a couple in there. I've seen Andrews got his targets. You know what I'm saying? As we thought he would. He was going to come back and get his targets. Andrews 8 for 5, 8 targets, 5 receptions, 445 yards. So they had 5 for 4, 62 yards. Aguilar 6 for 5, 63 yards, and 1 touchdown. Bateman 3 for 3, 18 yards. You know what I'm saying? Odell Beckham 4 for 3 for 29 yards. He did go out with an ankle injury that John Harbaugh did come back and say it was minor. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll get into that in the injury report. But that's why his yardage wasn't that crazy. But oh yeah, so wide receivers, excuse me, B plus. Running backs, get into them. Running backs were great. Like I said, no fumbles lost. Um, a good balance of power, speed, finesse. So they did a good job. Like I said, Gus Edwards got in there for a touchdown. There was some big plays. You know what I'm saying? Some big runs in there. Um, Yeah, nothing bad to say about the running backs. Nothing, nothing spectacular, nothing crazy good, but they did their thing. You know what I mean? Running backs held it down. Um, so yeah, moving on to the linemen, which is nobody knew it was about to happen. We got, told we got a brand new rookie in there, and we got Makari, which we trust because he's like a Swiss Army knife, and he can play left guard, left tackle, center, right guard. Like he can play pretty much all the positions. So I wasn't really concerned about him, but it was just like, it's a mix up and a change of pace of the offensive line. How is that going to affect Lamar and the flow of the game? It did not. It elevated the game. Give them boys an A+. Like, they played their butts off, man. I think he only got hurried a couple times, rushed a couple times, pressured a couple times. I don't think he had any sacks. Not that I know of. Let me look. Let me check my stat king. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know my computer is going AWire. Crazy. No clue what's going on there. But anyway, I don't think he got a sack. So let's give those boys a high five. Round of applause, high five, all that good stuff. Take a shot for them. The lineman, A+, 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 lineman. Woo! Not sponsored by Hennessy yet, but, we're going to get there one day. I have no clue what's going on with it. Okay. Just trying to print. Crazy. Crazy. We live, yo. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Moving right along. Tight ends. Big help that Mark Andrews came back. I do love Isaiah Likely. That's my boy. It's my guy. Let's see what he got on the stat sheet. 1 for 1, 8 yards. Nothing flashy, but again, Likely's my guy. And I can't wait to him to explode on the scene and really be clutch for us. And him and Lamar have that type of relationship that him and Mark Andrews have. I'm waiting for that to pop off. But yeah, overall tight ends, I give you guys a B minus. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do anything crazy. Y'all did your assignments, did y'all blocks, caught y'all balls. Mark Andrews did his thing for his first time back. Can't be mad at it. So what do I give the offense overall grade? Gotta give y'all B plus, man. B plus. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all put up points. You know what I mean? I didn't turn over the ball. I could slightly give y'all A, but uh, like I said, the receivers, didn't really put up crazy numbers. The running backs were solid. No crazy big breakaways. Like, with the score that they have at 27-24, I feel like they could have put up more points, but they were playing preserved and cautious. And I don't know. For me, it's just like the Bengals didn't really look scary to me. And, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the other side. But I felt like we could have did more. You know what I mean? Like, the way the game was going, I think the whole third quarter, maybe fourth, it was like very no scoring to low scoring. And that word killed me. Sporadically, we was, kick a field goal here, score a touchdown late there. So it wasn't a fireworks game or a back and forth game. Like how close the ending was, it just doesn't reflect the whole game. So yeah, overall, I give the offense a B plus. Not bad at all. You know what I'm saying, but not crazy good. They got the dub. That's all that really matters. So let's get into it, the boys. That defense, huh? That defense, man. All right. So my co-host is very, very super excited about Roquan Smith. Um, I was already all in about Smith. I knew Smith was going to be a dynamic piece to the puzzle, and just was a Raven. He just act like a Raven and plays like one. So I had no benefit or a doubt that Roquan was going to be a dog and that guy and him. Excuse me, something in my eye. Crazy, I can't even see. But my whole issue was when I gave the grade last week for the linebacker, it was kind of low. It's because of Patrick Queen, man. Like, how long has this guy been with us for 4 years? Like, he just didn't produce. He was always like, right there, but not right there. He just didn't produce, and I just wasn't sold. It's week one. I was just like, Preseason, now you did good. Like last year, they made some strides, like the last couple games, and I was like, okay. And I really think that PQ game was elevated when Roquan came in because I think PQ he was overthinking and he was trying to do too much on the field. So he's trying to, cover, east to west, east to west on the field, and try to make all the tackles, make all the plays, make the interception, like, hit the quarterback. Like, yo, you gotta focus on one thing and master that one thing, get good at it, and just do that and dominate at it. And I don't feel like he could because I feel like he was trying to do so much that he ended up not doing anything at all. Like slow to the ball, not making tackles, not making sacks. Like I was just like, dang guy, like get it together. Like he wasn't doing anything correct or dominating. Um, so with that piece in there with Roquan, it was just like the glue, and it was like, yo, I got this. You go out and hunt and do whatever you got to do. If you want to make a pick, if you want to go sack the quarterback, if you want to go hit the running back and make a tackle, if you want to run sideline to sideline, you good because I'm here. And I feel like that's the whole point of two inside linebackers. And he didn't have that, so now that he has that, he gets to show off his real talents. And it's year 4. It's like, bro, your IQ should be higher. You should be faster, leaner, smarter. Um, you should be good. You know what I mean? He's about to trade him, but he was on Twitter like, when you got that guy, Trenton Simpson, I think his name is. Yeah, don't get me wrong, y'all know I'm bad with names now. But yeah, we drafted him. He thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like this was his contract year coming up and all that. So yeah, he was nervous. He was nervous. So he got a ball out this year, and he is, and I'm very proud of that. So. Yeah, off top, I'm just gonna give the grade for that since I've been talking about that. And rating about that, the middle linebackers A plus. Yeah, big improvement from last week, and I know what they're about, and I can actually see the tape, see the footage from last week to this week, and say them guys is balling, they playing. Ojabo, Owe, everybody's playing, good team football, and I like how it's coming together. So. Moving around, big shout out to Brandon Stevens for locking down Jamal Chase. Solo dolo. No help. Nobody on the backfield. Stone back there. But, he was locking him down. Like, let's look at the stats, baby. You know what I'm saying? Stat, baby. Shout out to Is What It Is. I love that podcast. Cameron. 8 for 5, 31 yards. 8 for 5, 31. He's usually a 50 to 100 receiver a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, your star of the show is Higgins, 12 for 8, 89, 2 TDs. If he was on your fantasy, boy, fantasy points is up. So I guess, but like I said, Stevens was locking down Chase, so Higgins was going off. We got the same effect because we got a lot of guys too. So they got Higgins, Boyd, Chase, and their tight end. Not sure what their tight end name is. They don't say me. Williams. I don't know. 2 for 2, 4 yards. But anyway, shout out to Brandon Stevens for locking down Jamal Chase. I didn't see that coming. We talked about, or Harvey touched on it last week, that Stevens is good, but he's just right there. He's like, almost making that play, almost making that tackle, almost making that interception. And I feel like we was in his ear. He read the comments. He was like, I got to dominate. And he did. He stepped it up real big. He had a big task ahead of him. And Jamal Chase is not no slouch. He is not no bum. He is one of them. And he locked him up. So kudos to my guy. So we only gave up 24 points. You know what I'm saying? So can't be mad at that. The front line is always going to be good. I love our front line. I want to say Washington went out. Yeah, I want to say Washington went out. Let me check his late injuries. Man, y'all vibe with me, man. We live. Hope y'all got your drinks, you know what I'm saying? Like, we chilling, man. It's the Ravens Lounge. This is what all about. We sit here and we talk and we just get connected share our stats, comments, all that stuff, man. We just having a good time, man. Nothing crazy. We are not. This is not an official anything. We are just chilling in the lounge, y'all. And of course, my laptop is doing dumb things, doing dumb things, doing dumb things. Harvey said this last week. He said, every time you want your laptop to do something, it never work. Ever, 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 ever. Shut down at the worst times. So I'm trying to look up this stat, and my joint is just going craziness. Anyway, moving right along. Only gave out 24 points, but it's still a dominating game. How does that make sense? Because again, these guys, they got guys. They got a three-headed monster and a tight end. They got guys, so they could have lit up the score like crazy. That also tells you the last time we played them was such a fluke. We had our third and fourth string out there. That's when he put up that 500. It's like, bro, we ain't had no guys on that field, no real guys to actually hold y'all contained, so y'all can put up them crazy yards. So once we actually had some boys like that front line up there to like get in their grill and disrupt and get in your offensive line like and push y'all, um, they saw a different defense. They saw a different Ravens, and I don't think they were expecting that. And and that's what they're gonna have to expect going forward. Like we ain't no little boys. So D line A plus, middle linebackers A plus. Love those guys. Love how our front seven is playing. Cornerbacks B plus plus, right there on the A, right there on the cusp. B plus plus because they, like I said, they held down three very talented wide receivers and tight end. And Mixon, hold on, Mixon. They're still doing craziness. I wanna see what Mixon's yardage was. 13 for 59. Nothing crazy. So you know, shout out to the front line for containing those guys. Um, yeah, safeties. Geno Stone and more like a look, man. Y'all know I don't know names. That's why I got my stats up. Man, Harvey will never be lying, y'all. I mean, this thing was working perfectly before I started this stream, and I did one thing, and nothing works. Crazy, crazy, crazy work. That's what my man be saying. Shady McCoy, crazy work. Anyway, hopefully this thing gets its life together. So I don't know what it's doing. Okay, defense. Boom. All right. Geno Stone and got, of course, my boy Kyle Hamilton. Washington. Metabike. I love that. Yo, I love how all three, Owe, Metabike, and Ojabo, they call themselves the Naja gang. They got the Naja blood in there. Shout out to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Naja gang. Love that. Love that. But yeah. So safeties, you know what I'm saying? I get them a B overall. They did their thing, nothing crazy over the top. Um, yeah, we only gave up, the 21 points. I think Roquan said it PQ said it last week that, they weren't satisfied of their play because, they could have shut out the Texans. And they gave up those 3 field goals or whatever. He was like, we shouldn't have even done that. But I like the energy. I really do. I like the energy. I like the mindset. Like, you should always strive for greatness and push for a shutout. But I feel like, these guys are, contenders, are really good. And to put up, 24 could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? And let's get into it. Let's get right to it. Joe Burrow is hurt. We knew it in preseason. Jamar Chase told him 2 options, like, yo, hold out. You can hold out, and you already got, because I think he was trying to get his contract, and he got hurt. He was like, yo, just don't even play. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait till you get your money. And even if you get your money, You good, just sit the season out. You got paid. Or but now that he was playing and he got paid, we know it wasn't a holdout situation. So Jamar was like, wait till like week 3 or 4 when it really matter. But I was like, these division games matter. You keep chalking up these L's, you already 0-3 in your own division. You ain't got no leeway. So I get what he's saying. Preserve your body and make sure you heal for bigger games in the season. But week 2, out the gate, that's division game. So what you want to preserve your body for? You gotta get these dubs because you gotta either split or go on 2 with your these teams. You see them twice in the schedule. So I get what Jamar was trying to say, but bro, I mean, it's now or never. So, like, should he have gotten surgery or sat out? I think so. Um, I think he wasn't ready, but him being young and full of energy and having that willpower, he wanted to go out there and with his guys and play. And I get that. I get that. But for us, we was like, go ahead, play. Yeah, yeah, go play. You were sitting duck. You were a sitting duck. So you can tell in his gameplay that he wasn't mobile. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't agile. He wasn't hurrying, or he just didn't look swift. And yeah, so if you're doing that, we just gonna hunt. We gonna eat. You're sitting target. You know what I mean? You can't really do too much. So that's they was able to put up points, but I feel like he could have put up a lot more. And because of his calf injury, he he just didn't perform well. And I don't know how it's gonna look going forward. Other teams are gonna take advantage of that for sure. Um, but yeah, we definitely took advantage of that, and we locked Joe 500 Burrow. We locked him up. So yeah, man, shout out to the defense for that, putting on a show. Um, I love it. I love it. We did what we supposed to do. We got the dub. Special teams, Justin Tucker, 2 for 3 on the field goals, 3 for 3 for the extra points, 9 points overall, contributing to our score. Like I said, Aguilar had a touchdown. Gus Edwards had a touchdown. Mark Andrews had a touchdown. How we got the 27-24 result. Yeah, man. Um, Real quick, I'm run down the injuries. Like I said, OBJ ankle, not too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think he rolled it, or he was doing like a cut thing, and just a bad angle. Like he just kind of put too much force on it, and you know he came back out like the very next play, and then after that we didn't see him anymore. He was in a hoodie. So I think precaution was taken with the coaching squad. It was like, yo, we got mad guys out there. You don't have to be out there. This is not a championship game. This is not to get into the playoffs. This is not the playoffs. Like, we need to preserve you as far as we can because you're injury prone. And I was not upset about the idea to sit him the rest of the game and rule him out. Wasn't mad at it. We still had dogs in that game. You know what I'm saying? That's the Aguilar shine. Come on now. So, Owe, his injury, I'm not too sure off the top of my head what it was, but John Harbaugh did say that it was minor as well. So we're not upset about that. Big thing was with, you see, I'm grabbing it. Marcus Williams and the pec, and we was trying to figure out if it was torn or not. So I think he had two options to do rehab or to do surgery. He chose rehab, and Ingrid had said this that they didn't put him on the IR, which means if they did put him on the IR, he's out for at least 4 weeks or more. John Harbaugh did say he was going to be out for a while. Usually, when you say a while, that could be 8 weeks to the whole daggone season. So they did not put him on IR. So that just tells us that, hey, he might be coming back in 3 weeks, maybe 2, and it's just good for us. We picked up another guy from the Raiders. He looks really good, a safety. Welcome him to Baltimore and to the lounge. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pour a shout out. But yeah, so that's really good news for because he left the game early and we were just like, come on, man, we just need a full season from you, bro. Paid you all this money, we ain't really getting no production from you. So we do want Marcus on that field. Injury update for Marlo, big fofo. He should be coming back maybe in a week or two. He had a successful surgery on his foot. So we should be expecting. I think he's supposed to come back last week for the Texans game, but they was being cautious. Didn't play this game, so yeah, he should be back. If not next game, the game after that. So my thing is, we are only getting stronger. You know what I mean? The offense is about to gel. Uh, which other line I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? With whichever line they feel best is suitable for Lamar. I feel like either one, we're gonna get things done as long as they gel. So the wide receivers, I'm not mad about. I'm not concerned about the wide receivers. Uh, the tight ends, not concerned about them, and the running backs, I'm not concerned. Even with that big J.K. loss, I'm not concerned about them. Like they gonna be all right. Um, Defense is only gonna get better. Like I said, with all those injuries, it looked devastating, but everybody's coming back slowly but surely, and it's just only gonna get better. Like, and I feel like if we just go around the league real quick, so I'm gonna do predictions next. Um, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be good, but they're not like dynamic. Like you saw them struggle against the Lions, and it was just like huh? Like are they running out of gas? You know what I mean? Like it's what year 5 or 6 for Patty Mayonnaise, and he just don't have the personnel around him no more. You know what I mean? Like you don't have Kelsey is there, but you can't like how we had Andrews. It was just Andrews, and Bateman was out, and we had Duvernay and Prochet and Tylen Wallace and Likely, and it was just like that ain't the guys though. We ain't got the dogs. I feel like that's where Kansas City was in that Lions game. He ain't got the dogs. Now, never counting them out. Kelsey is now back. Chris Jones is now back. So that made a huge difference on the outcome of that game too. So we can never rule them out. If I want to do a quick synopsis of who I think was going to be going forward in the season, way forward, like playoffs, I got Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, um, toss up between the Chargers and the Jaguars. The Dolphins are definitely in there, and I want to put in what did I say? Oh, the Jets were really, 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 really high on my list because you watch the daggone Hard Knocks and you're like, oh, they got all the guys, they got Aaron Rodgers, they got good running backs, Dalvin Cook. I was just like, man, on paper, they are good on both sides of the ball. And then, boom, week 1, first snap, Aaron out. And I'm like, they won the game, but I was just like, I don't feel like the contenders because now in week 2, they got beat. So it was just like, So now my jet train is slowly running out of steam. So like I said, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Dolphins, toss up between Chargers and the Jaguars for that 5th place. Um, NFC, we got the Cowboys is looking really, really good. 49ers is always in there. Eagles are meh. They're not as good as they was last year. Um, Seahawks and toss between Vikings and Saints are pretty good. Washington Commanders are 2-0 right now. They're pretty good. Um, but yeah, NFC is always a toss up. The Lions are, the Lions, the Falcons. Like a lot of people are good right now, but if I had to pick those 5, it would be the Cowboys, Vikings, Eagles, um, Seahawks, and that last one is such a toss up. It's like it can go anywhere. But that's just my little prediction for Super Bowl and I mean playoffs and that playoff picture and who's hot and who's not right now. The Bengals is not even in the mention because Joe Burrow. So they're not even in there. They are a power ranked team. They would the analysts would put them in that power 5, but I don't. They 0-2. You know what I'm saying? They 0-1 in the division. They got to get out of AFC South first. I mean North first. I'm looking at this and reading something. They got to get out the North first. We'll also say the North, NOF. Um, but yeah, predictions for next week. We have the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. Uh, Nothing to scream about. They just played the Texans, and that was just a radical game. Your boy Anthony Richardson had two TDs. You know what I'm saying? He went off, but also he went off and hit his head. So he had a concussion protocol. He pulled him out, so he is not starting. Gardner Minshew, what a crazy name. He was a starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is now their starter. So they were talking about this on the radio. They don't know. We had a better opportunity of winning with Anthony Richardson in there because he was new and we can throw different things at him he never seen before. Welcome to the NFL kind of thing. Welcome to the Ravens defense. So that would have been better for us because we could scheme a lot better. But I just feel like now that Gardner Minshew, he has been in the league. Not saying he's good or anything or great or hard to defend, but it's gonna be a little bit more challenging, you know what I'm saying, than having that rookie in there that would never seen any of these plays or these blitz or these packages before or these reads and covers. It'd have been easier to manipulate a rookie quarterback. So Gardner Minshew. All right, we should. My predictions. We should put 35 up, 35-14. It's going to be in the 28 to 35 range for the Ravens. I feel like, again, we are gelling on all cylinders on the offense. So, just it's going to be a nice balance with pass touchdowns, run touchdowns. So, I'm not upset about it at all. Uh, it's going to be good, man. Like, defense is going to do that thing. They're going to hold down the running game. Jonathan Taylor, I think he's still up there. Where did he get? Did he go anywhere? I can look it up here. Jay Taylor. I remember they had that holdout. Where are you? Okay, so wow, this I just seen this is 14 hours ago. Colts running back Jonathan Taylor's updated top landing spots after Cam Akers Vikings trade. We got involved in that too. Like I think it was like Cleveland, some other teams for Cam Akers. And I was like, what? Like, why are we doing all that for Cam Akers? He's not that good. Now for Jonathan Taylor, yes, go get that boy. You know what I'm saying? But not for no Cam Akers. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Browns are looking at after that Nick Chubb injury. I don't know if y'all saw that. Don't go watch it, but it was devastating. So trading for Jonathan Taylor to the Browns makes sense. Um, but like I said, I'm totally all in with our running backs. We can add, that's fine, but don't give up nothing crazy. Don't give up no picks. Don't spend a whole bunch of money. Like they want to come, let them come. But we are good with our four guys. But if we happen to get Jonathan Taylor, I ain't mad at that boy. Sheesh, that boy is a monster. But yeah, one on the tandem to say that we're gonna do our thing. It's not like any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can show up and play, but I go in the same mentality I went into with the Texans game, and I was like, bro, we should be good. We should come out with the dub. We should dominate on both sides of the ball. And I feel the same way going into the Colts game. So yeah, like I said, my predictions 35-14. If they even get that much. Hopefully the defense, go in. But if not, 28-14 in that range, 28-10. Those are my predictions for that week 3 Colts game. Yeah, man, that's all. I think that's all I got for this week, baby. Covered all the bases, offense, defense, predictions, overall grade. Overall for the rest of the season, I just want to see them gel, man. I just want to see them be on the same accord. I want to see more trick plays. I want to see everyone involved, and I want to see that defense get better, just better. They've been doing good. I just want to see them do better, and it's going to be a real contest when we get to see them boys like the pass heavy Chiefs and the Bills, the Chargers. Like when we go see them, that's going to be our true test because our secondary has been in the last couple of years our weakest point. So and this is a pass heavy league right now, And the Ravens, thankfully, the ownership saw that, and we went out and got the guys and the personnel for that to even compete in these games. You can't run 500 run plays a game to try and compete with a Joe. I mixed all their names: Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, or a Josh Allen. So yeah, we should be good, man. We didn't do they are our regular schedule, and we go through like W loss, W loss. We didn't do that. We'll probably get to that another time on a random rant episode or just a chill back episode. But this one has been your recap episode. Is went a little long. I'm very long winded. You know what I'm saying? I'm very laid back. It's live. You know what I mean? It's Wednesday night. We got a game tomorrow, Thursday night football. Tune into that. And we will be back next Sunday or next Wednesday, depending on how the schedules come together, with another episode. So thank you all for tuning in. I did see one watcher out there earlier. I appreciate y'all. We love y'all. It's the Ravens Lounge, Ravens Flock, Ravens Nation. We out. Shoo. Yeah.